Okay, so I've been asked, is counting and striding in between jumps important? And I like to say emphatically, yes, it is. And it is a useful tool for anybody who's riding over jumps, whether it be in a hunter class, a jumper class, an equitation class. It's really important to know and understand the number of strides you should be having in between your jumps. Let's take a look at it. Coming to the combination. And he's landing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hi there, my name is Laura and welcome to another video of insider tips and exercises for improving your riding training and horse show placings. This channel is mostly about horse show tips and rider position reviews. And if it's your first time here, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming out. Today I'm going to be reviewing how to count the strides in between the jumps. So often I hear people counting the striding incorrectly, and I'm going to show you how to count the strides properly in between the jumps. So let's get started. Let's take a look at it. Coming to the combination, and he's landing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This here, and I was at a horse show. This horse is jumping 1.50 m, so they're really big jumps, but you can see and you can count the strides in between. So there you can see that they are landing and counting. So we're going to go through it in slow motion, taking off for the combination, landing, hind legs land, 1 stride, 2 strides, taking off for the jump. Front legs are landing. You can see the front legs are clearly on the ground. And then after that, hind legs, this is stride 1. When the front legs come back again, this is stride 2. And then stride 3. And then stride 4. And finally stride 5. And you can see that's stride 5. And then he plants his leg for the jump and goes over the jump. Think about the course designer, the person who's putting the jumps out there. They're not just placing jumps down willy-nilly wherever they feel like it. They are placing them in a manner that makes sense so that when you're cantering around, that the jumps come up in an even stride. So it's really important that you understand and know what the striding is and how to count the strides in between jumps. What I've found is that some people, when they're counting strides, they don't count the strides properly, and the major number one mistake that I see is that when the horse lands, they count the landing as the first stride, and that's not correct. The landing is the landing, and when they land, their front legs hit the ground, and then the first stride after that is when the number 1 stride is. So let's watch that again. Landing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the jump. So that's really easy. And if you're in a hunter, that's the same thing as if you're in a jumper. Related distances are really important. When you're in the hunter ring, there's usually a set number of strides that you should be having in between 2 jumps. Usually 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. And we can see it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then jumping again. So you can tell the number of strides by the how many feet there are in between the 2 jumps. If you're riding a horse and it's 60 feet marked on the course design, then you will know it's going to be 4 strides. If it's 72 feet, it's going to be 5 strides. If it's 84 feet, it's going to be 6 strides. And you can see that sometimes it's a multiple of 12, sometimes it's a multiple of 13, 12 and a half, 13. So if you're riding a horse in the hunters, take a look to see what the distance is marked in between. And if you don't know, ask somebody. Put a link in the description below for a description and the number of strides for each. So let's look at this other one here. This is another jumper class that I was attending to watch a few weeks ago. And this is a 1.10 m course, I do believe, and you can see that the horse is also going into a combination. We're going to count the number of strides here as she goes in. She's just setting up, just coming into the first one, landing 1 stride, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and really had to push to get that that last stride in there. So had she known it was going to be a 5 stride, she probably could have pushed a little bit sooner and ridden get an even 5 strides. And it's really important, whether you're in the hunters or in the jumpers, that you know how many strides you should be getting in between fences. So if you're in the hunters, the course designer will put in between the 2 fences the distance, so you know how many strides you could get. It's usually a multiple of 12 if you're riding a horse, 12 or 13 if you're riding a horse. For example, 60 feet will be a 4 stride line if you're having a 12-foot stride. If you're riding a pony, the striding will be a little bit different, so you have to know what it is for your pony and for your horse. For the jumpers, they allow you to walk the course. Jumpers are allowed to walk the course, and you have to determine the distance on your own so that you know for your own horse what the striding should be. So when you're walking the combination, you have to know, well, that's a 37 foot combination, or it is a 72 foot related distance, and you have to know for your own horse what the distance is so that you can ride it properly. So knowing the number of strides in between jumps is really important so that you can leave the jumps up, and so you can ride your horse accordingly to what the distance is in between the jumps. My name is Laura, and if you'd like to win more ribbons at your next horse show, improve your riding and training, or generally like other horse-related stuff, then remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos coming up. I've had lots of really good questions, and this was one of the questions that we got. How do you tell how many strides? How to count your strides? So questions like this that you can ask me anytime, and I really appreciate you asking me these questions because it really helps me identify what it is that you want to know. Thanks now. Now go use this stuff. Go hug your horse. Go use this stuff. Thanks now. Bye.